playing Medieval. I already started a campaign playthrough, the first one. By the way, welcome to Medieval. I know I haven't been verbal in a long time, but this is a game that I love. I love Medieval. I love it with all my heart. I think that it is one of my favorite PlayStation games of all time. My favorite one is Metal Gear Solid 4, but this is up there. It's always been up there. I think Sir Daniel Fortescue is one of my favorite game characters. So we're gonna do a new game, and they've faithfully recreated a lot of the things from the old game. Like the goddamn skeleton looks just like an up-res version. And I'll let you watch all this stuff because it looks great. Looks so good. It's literally just Medieval, but made for the modern era. Because it's good combat that translates. And I need to stand for 1 second. So they go about some of these scenes a little bit more slowly. Also, I like how he pulled out the sinew that was left from his eye socket. This is one of the first action platformers I've ever played.
Sir Daniel Fortescue, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better.
I love it.
Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Sarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
So if I were to go and download the demo, I could grab Sir Daniel's helmet, which makes them deal more damage, which I may do if I play through this again, which I probably will. But they just give you money, because it's a deluxe edition. Other than that, though, this is a free roam platformer, single jump. We'll grab the thing in a moment. Life bottles are extra life bars, basically, that you can pick up. And they're super helpful. I think there's a shield. No, daggers first. So, you switch between weapons with triangle in this version. Usually you had to go into the menu to do it. But your basic weapon, you pull off your arm. And you smack people with your arm. Daggers is a throwing weapon. You can get shields, which you use, so that's FPS view, so you can shoot third person. L1 is your shield, and you can run around with it out. So that's a nice little thing. Got a nice small sword that is, I mean, in anime terms, it is a small sword. Let's start reading the books.
During your travels through Gallowmere, you will collect many items. To see your items or to use one, review your inventory. In it, you will also find your Book of Gallowmere, which will keep a record of the denizens you've encountered, and bestow you with keen insights that only a disembodied voice could provide.
Here are your armors. Yeah, I don't want the super armor. And then you have your items. So these are usable or key items, like lock and shit. So, you notice that you have a number of daggers, obviously, but you also have a number on your shield. Now, defensive items like shields have durability. You can only use them a certain amount of times. It's a good check to make sure you don't just hide behind it and run around. And make sure you use it wisely.
Some weapons contain powers and abilities beyond the ordinary. Be sure to test every weapon to discover their secondary abilities. Some weapon abilities are immediate, and some may need a bit of time to charge before they realize their full potential.
So, basic attack obviously is square. And it's a pretty quick attack. This is a pretty fast paced game. You push circle to do a simple. Or you can just spin around a couple of times. It looks a lot more epic on the charge up than it comes out as.
When you're ready to leave this crypt, you'll find an...
They're just like, you unlock the gate. I'll show you how in a bit.
You will find life bottles.
I already talked about the life bottles. Alright, last thing.
You must be out of shape after 100 years.
Alright, so it's basically like learn basics. Okay. So, you don't need to go into the menu to equip anything to do it. You just walk up if you have a rune or a key, and it uses them. And then you just walk through the door. I was gonna read that book, but it auto-procced me. Even the loading menus are just redone versions of the old loading menus. Think of it if they did Donkey Kong Country's style menu select. This is the exact same as it was on the PS1. So you notice that there's a chalice in the upper right with a number next to it. They work kind of like stars, but they give you rewards. You'll see more in a bit. Now, obviously, most people have played this game before because this is a classic. This is a timeless classic. I used to have the original copy of 1 and 2. I think I own Resurrection as well. I never got the chance to play it though. I don't want that clipped. No idea why that was clipped. So you just notice hands flying around. You can't kill those. But you can kill zombos. I like to destroy the grave sites too. So it's really good. Most games aren't as mindless as this, where you just run around in circles and hope that they don't hit you. But this is exactly that, where you gotta find that grace area where you can run past them while you're slicing and dicing. And there are enemies later in the game that will take a lot more from you than that.
Welcome back to your beloved Gallowmere. The stinking dead have risen up to dance with the lifeless living, and they want to do it over your dead body.
I very much appreciate the voice acting in this one. Most of them they've just pulled from the original and rezzed up. Like the gargoyle. Classic voice. You know, as memorable to me as the shopkeeper in Resident Evil 4.
That small light following you around is a wisp. The heroes of the Hall are not supposed to intervene in mortal affairs. But when they heard that Sir Daniel Fortescue had a shot at redemption, well, they decided to give you a hand with your depth perception. He will circle enemies, helping you direct your ranged attacks. But he'll also let you know what things might merit a closer look.
So it's a helpful secret finder. It was in the original too. It was kind of hard to narrow down what secrets were in the original, because the game is... It was a pretty big game for back then. There's a lot to do, a lot to find. Good secrets. Like, I miss games with the amount of secrets that this game has. Hiding around. No, that does nothing. So you notice that that's a red one. We picked up a green one, so I'll talk about these in a bit. Just grab that, kill these guys. Now, I'm sure you've noticed in the upper right. The upper right of the screen, there is multiple things going on. First off, every time I pick up money. What's money for? Shopping, obviously. But the more interesting thing is there's a percentage next to a chalice. Now, what could that be? Well,
sometimes it may be useful to view the world from a different...
He's telling you to look through Dan Cam L2, like that. Well, what it does is you pick up a chalice if you kill a certain amount of enemies. And that's a collectible item that I say you should get in every level. Now this, you can drink potions and buy potions and shit, but this is also a healing port. Now it's not infinite, so use it wisely.
Don't let zombies get you down.
We picked up the red one, so we'll click that open. We've used this area.
Remember, nothing remains hidden under the...
So this is probably the easiest puzzle in the game. So, chalice there. See it? Can't pick it up. I don't have 100%. So I can't pick it up until I have 100%. So, first one you want to go to is this one. Partially because the enemies will be here, but also it's a dead end and you want to collect all you can before you finish the area you're in. And yes, I am breaking literally every single fucking one. Or at least everyone that I can find. Also, life vial. So when you pick them up, it also heals you completely too, as well as giving you an extra vial of life. In fact, this game's difficulty might not have aged too well because they fixed the one thing that made it difficult. The platforming in the original version was not good.
The living world lies beyond these skull gates. The master of the hilltop...
So basically, we'll have to backtrack to go through this door after we go forward in the story a little bit. Simple, clean. And I can collect the chalice already, which is good. I prefer to collect it earlier than later. And you may think we move at a pretty good speed. I actually think these moving a little bit slow. Or slower than I'm used to. So what the chalice does is, when you get it, and you should get it in every level, is it gets you access to new items, new weapons, and the 100% ending in the Hall of Heroes. You should always go for this. Unless you're trying to get the, like, not good ending for a trophy or something. Which there was no reason to do back in the day. Now there may be, and so 100% fair enough. But it always feels really, really good to get Dan in the Hall of Heroes. And you may be asking, why am I still killing all the zombies? Because I want to. What do they got? So, legit just throwing daggers right now. I don't need them. Nobody has spawned. Alright, I'll take that health. So I think they have the equivalent of one life vial in each one. Give me another copper shield.
Feel free to have a paddle in the shallow water, but don't be tempted to go for it.
That's strange. You figure that bones, since they're so porous, of fucking... I got a message from a friendo. I'll look at it later. Yeah, no, it's curious because bones are a little bit more porous. You'd figure that they'd float. So we're going to the Hall of Heroes now. As I said, I can only come here if you get the chalice.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
I love that they brought over the voice actor from that one. I'm just gonna open up all the books. And you can only talk to one at a time. And the only ones you can talk to are the ones that have their pedestals lit up. So there are a lot of heroes, which means there's a lot of weapons. And there's a hero behind this door, too, that gives you fucking awesome power. I'm not gonna, hiccup, say what it is. And speak to the hero.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarek's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir. Oh, goodbye, sir.
I think we were kind of a dick to him. So this weapon's pretty good. That's really useful because it zones in on enemies. So it's automatically way better than the knife. But I'm gonna go back to the sword for right now. No, to fucking leave the Hall of Heroes. Thank you. Alright, I think this is the hilltop. Cemetery Hill. Okay, so almost. So some of the levels you have to find the chalice. It's hard to find in some of them too. Like, I don't know. I remember a level with a bird boss in it. And fucking, it was a nightmare. So this is the first real level.
So, even from the shackles of death, My old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
Man, 1998 voice acting. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Anything that I could miss.
Some obstructions can be smacked.
Yeah, you can pick up clubs and shit. Break shit up. So you've noticed that it's a little bit more open in this one. Kind of like a... So, this game always felt kind of like a Rareware game to me. Like, this would be something Rare would be in charge of because it's so open in terms of what you can go around doing. It's like, this is your hub world, you gotta find your shit in the hub world. Give me that. That's just pure energy vial. The one fucking action game that I can't fucking break boxes kills me, man. Ba-boom. Just seeing if there's something in it. So that's the model change for the... I need a mallet for that. Model change for the... Golly gosh darn... bomb boxes. So if I were to throw a knife at that, I could kill all the enemies around it. Which, if I was scared of the enemies, would do something. Once again, this goes back to the fact that I may need to download the demo so I can grab the helmet.
Of great archaeological interest.
So just keep in mind where the boulders are right now. I don't have a mallet. But eventually you will, and you can come back and grab all the shit you miss. This is productive backtracking, in my personal digestive opinion. I always forget, does this actually harm them? Okay. Oh, okay. Alrighty. So, picking up more shields restores the shield's life. Seems like it made it so it's just like the fucking wall. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. Well, use the life bottle. It's okay. Well then.
The adventurer would be wise to be thorough in the exploration of an area.
She ain't wrong. So, they're dead. They're not an issue now. I just gotta see if I missed something. no club over here. So I guess I'll just have to deal later. Ow. Well then. That was a waste of a fucking life vial.
These boulders are going to crush.
The shield, it pushed me back every time. So they added pushback to the shields in this one for this area. So I could have tried doing that. It would have wasted my shield. So we just gonna go. See if we can get the mallet. Come back to Cemetery Hill to finish it off later.
You are entering a house of pain.
So I'm gonna try to wake everybody up. Where's the secret one? Alrighty, we're leaving. That's all it took. I don't know if it allows you to keep the item. I'm about to find out. They did in the old one. Let's hope. Yep. No. That's okay, though. There's still no club over here, though. Alright, guess I gotta play through that other one. That's fine. Was hoping there'd be a bit of a shortcut I could utilize, but there isn't. It's okay, though. So they just give you a hint here. The weakness, the Master of the Hilltop Mausoleum, don't keep him waiting. He's got a heart of glass. Come on. So counting the amount of hits some of these enemies take is really helpful. Mostly because of how much, how quickly they'll get out of your range if they can help it. I want to keep the sword. Yeah, I want to keep the sword. Wait, memory. Sorry. There we go. Thank you. Worth it to check every one. And obviously we now know where to go.
Watch out for sticky-fingered imps. These thieves will strip you down to...
Oh, come now. Sort of break them with this. Okay, there we go. Let's just get rid of all of them. That's my brain not playing right with others. Well, hopefully I don't die too quick.
The stained glass demon is the master of the mausoleum. His wretched soul lies preserved.
So if easy.
The would-be phantom longs to play anew.
No. There we go. Well, I'm glad I grabbed that. And
from the battle so soon? It must think it is a hero by now. But only a true hero is worthy of a place in the Hall of Heroes. See the ghostly statue of your fraudster self? When it has turned solid, a true hero you will be.
To pay homage.
Hurrah! I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
Now, I want to go straight down. I want to play this level again. I want to kill more enemies. That's the goal. And I should be able to grab the chalice from this level now. Yep. So they just rush and attack.
The club is a group.
So you can light it on fire too.
A guide to covens for witches and witchcraft enthusiasts. A witch's coven would reach the height of its power only when all of their sacred flames were alight. Witches have been known to offer help to the quest of adventure, yet they are of elusive people and have to be summoned by the aid of mystic charms or talismans. Let it be known that
Dig it, dig it, dig it. Alright.
I've got.
Hence these dark old caves and the filthy stench of old witches. A covenant of naughty old hags lived here once. Unholy fires burning all night while they brewed up unspeakable muck in their cauldrons. Only God is back. The smell still makes our eyes sting. It's the Hall of Heroes shopping mall. Bargain hunters should check out the ground floor. Well-to-do shoppers should check out the upper floor. That's where it's at.
What's this I hear about that Archcad Zarok still being alive? Thought you killed them, then. Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny Zombie's a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons? Here, take my warhammer. It'll smash anything, and it won't fall apart like a club. I only ever get to use it for ragging borders around this place. Nonsense, Fortescue. I won't take no for an answer. Knock up, you headswell. Stand your eyes, you, eh?
So, the hammer is useful as all hell. It deals more damage. You can charge the motherfucker up and deal some fuck ton of damage. It has no percentage, so you can go to town. Now, I believe that everything can be stolen, so be wary. Because it's not fun trying to get these back. But this deals a lot of damage. It's still important to keep a club just to set fires, though. But now you don't, like, have a chance of losing your fire starter. But right now, this is about as far as I'm going to take y'all. It is so great to be able to play Medieval again. I cannot tell you how stoked I am to beat this fucking game. Probably multiple times. I will see you all next time.